Hey everybody, it's Sean Ilg. We are going to talk about the sexy topic of measuring results and tracking today. Okay, I might have been a little facetious in the hook to start the video, but it is extremely important to measure results and set up some tracking associated with it. Today we're going to cover 4 main points of why it's important, how to do it, and by the end you are going to actually think this is a relatively sexy topic. Let's start with point number 1. The importance of doing what we're talking about. I want you to also do it early. If we just start things out and get going in whatever endeavor, whatever industry you're doing, and then we realize the importance of doing this tracking down the line, we're going to be starting off in a hole. Part of what I want to impress upon you guys over time is the importance of many different elements, but also the importance of doing it very early. The earlier, the better. The earlier, the better the data we have, the historical we have, the comparisons we have, and so forth. We want to get you into a good practice measuring, tracking, any of those elements that you feel are important in your business. Remember, what gets measured gets done. What gets measured gets managed. These are extremely important in general. I think it's more important when you're starting out because you have so many different things going on. Half the time you don't know what's what, what's right, what's left, and whatever else. The faster we put some systems in place, the better, and the faster you're going to be able to get success in your business. If you guys are finding this information helpful, please smash the subscribe and like button, and also be sure to watch to the end of the video for some secret tips that are going to help take you next level in this area. On to point number 2. The next thing that we need to do is to decide in detail what we want to specifically measure. I don't care what it is, whether it's financials, likes, subscribers, growth, multiple locations, hiring, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me, it's your business. But having an idea of what we specifically want to measure leads us in to the other details down the line. Now, this is one of those areas that we really need to think about. So many times I've had clients, partners, want to dive in, do some different things, and after a while, they don't really even know what they're trying to accomplish, let alone measure or whatever else. Trust me, you're not going to figure this out day one. It's going to change and whatever else. But for all the reasons I've already touched on, we want to make sure that we are looking at these things and vetting out the top 3-4 different elements to our business that are important to us, and therefore those are the elements that we want to measure. Third area that we want to touch on is once we have an idea of the importance of tracking, once we have a good plan in terms of what we want to track, then obviously the next question and important thing to look at is how are we going to do this? Obviously this is going to vary a lot depending on your industry and your business. Whether it's an internal system you use, whether it's a spreadsheet, whether it's a third-party program that you use, and so forth. I've done all of it. We have created different tracking systems, help desk ticketing systems. We have bought software from others. I still to this day track a lot of my businesses on a spreadsheet. We don't need to overcomplicate this, but we do need to make a decision on how are we actually going to measure and track. What I don't want is you getting all fired up and saying, hey, Sean's right. We need to track. We got to get on it. Let's pay attention to this. And then 6 months later, you're like, yeah, it was a great idea, but I didn't track anything because I didn't have any mechanisms in place. There's more options today than ever. Old school, 20, 30 years ago, not so much. Today, lots of stuff out there, and half the people on watching this video, you guys probably can write code. You can come up with some new app or whatever else to track what you need. Please do it. one way or the other. Very important moving forward. Last point, we have got to review what we have been tracking periodically and adjust accordingly. Easier said than done. I would say probably 5-10% of all the individuals and companies that I have worked with over time do everything that we were talking about today well. They understand the importance, they're doing it, they know what they're tracking, they're using different systems, they're using it effectively, but they also know it has to adjust. Maybe you're tracking 5 main things the first 2 years of your business. I think by year 3, we probably need to add another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That being said, I don't want you to get all excited and go, oh my God, we need to track 35 different things. Too much. To me, 5 to 10 is a real sweet spot. Obviously, it's a function of how big your business is, whether it's just you, whether it's a larger organization, or you're turning into a larger organization over time. Just need to understand the importance of this entire topic, and as I said from the beginning, not the most exciting information or area, but extremely important. Now, the last bonus secret sauce tip I want to give you is periodically I would highly suggest getting third-party input on this whole area. It's one thing if you or your team, group, whatever else has done everything we've talked about today. I get hired a lot as a consultant, sometimes for no other reason than they want a third party to come in and be brutally honest with them about what's what they think would make sense, what works, what doesn't, for lots of different reasons. First of all, if this is your company, your baby, your systems, your everything, and I say your as an individual or a group, there's going to be bias. It's personal. When you have a third party come in, if they are doing their job, nothing is personal. They're going to come in and give you brutal feedback whether you like it or not, and that, like it or not, is going to help your business. I have told people thousands of times literally, I don't get paid to tell you what you want to hear. I get paid to tell you what you need to hear. Most of the time it's taken pretty well. Sometimes I've had clients that get pretty pissed at what I talk to them about. One, I don't care. My job is to tell them what they need to hear, and in the end, they get that. I'm not coming in to try to insult them or whatever else, and a good third-party advisor, consultant, whoever they are, don't make it your mom, is going to come in and give you some real-world advice and some real-world feedback to help make this entire process better. I appreciate your guys' time today and look forward to seeing you in the next video. Peace.